Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Thursday. Happy Thursday, everyone. Sorry, I just had a message. So I know I've jumped in a bit early because I've got an appointment at 10:30 and I don't think I'll be done by 11. So I just thought I'll jump in earlier and do my how to. Of course, there are many of you who watch the video later. So hoping you enjoy the video and let me know your thoughts. Now, what are we discussing today? How to? How to incorporate natural elements into your interior. Now, that's a huge thing. Many people love the use of natural material. We do know natural material give us a sense of warmth, tranquility. They kind of give us a feeling that we are connected to nature, and it is important. Now, even psychologically, it's proved walking out in the nature, looking out in the nature, it does make a huge impact on our mind, our emotional strength, and our, psychology as well. That is the same reason why we consider incorporating natural material into our indoor spaces. Now, there are different ways of doing that. One, of course, very obviously, when you are doing your constructions, you use natural materials for your indoors, say hardwood flooring, stone bench top. Now, when I say natural materials, I'm not talking about the engineered stone. We are talking about the natural stone. So, natural stone, natural wood board, materials like that, which add in this feeling of nature. Another thing is when you choose your furniture, you could have pieces, where you add bamboo. You can add in the rattan. That's very popular these days, rattan in your chairs, chair and even couch seating. Many people are going in for rattan seating where you've got the cushions on it. So these are very obvious ways of bringing the natural material in. Another way of bringing the natural material we all know is introduction of plants and green in your space. Of course, in saying that, real plants make a huge difference because they're not only about the look, they even add to the importance. So we have to be specific about what plants needs to go in certain areas. That's a different chapter all in itself, which we can talk about later. But natural, actual plants have a role to play. Now, in saying that, we also know the artificial plants also play a good role because they at least give you the sense of the green. So it does meet with your vision. So it creates that green, but it will not have the other benefits of the actual. So even where possible, try to go for natural, the actual plants. But if not, for this purpose where you want to introduce a green and you can't take care of it or maintenance is going to be hard, introducing artificial plants can really help to enhance the space. I always like to have plants, and there are clients who are very happy to have natural plants in their home, and of course there are many who do the artificial plants as well. Both work perfectly when you are considering the look of the feel of the space. They do add in the warmth as needed. And even those green, there are so many different tones that they can play along in your space and tie the thing together. Now, another natural item is, we all know, the natural light. So try having as much as natural light as possible. So when you're choosing your blinds also, of course, we do need the blockouts, but the other time, make sure we are going for some lighter options so we are able to enjoy the maximum light that we get. Like I said, of course, we will need the blockouts where you've got the heavy lights coming through. But there are certain times when that happens. But other than that, we should make use of the natural light as much as possible. So anyone planning a reno, skylights are very popular these days. You can introduce a skylight into a dark space and just brighten up the space. Skylights in kitchen is very popular. Skylights in bathrooms are gaining a lot of importance as well. So bring in as much as natural light as possible. So that's again a natural element within your space. Now, even when you use colors, now we all know there are so many colors of nature. So bringing in the warmth color, the earthy tones, the browns, the beige, the off-whites, they actually add the feeling of more nature into your space. So if you are one of those persons who like it, that's another way of introducing the warmth. Along with it, it's the texture. Again, if you use natural materials, leather brings in another texture. Fabric, that is a material with a texture. Silk, you can have nice thick throws, knitted throws. So that again adds in a really good texture. So texture is another way that you bring the natural material in. you can play around with, those can be the smaller items that you have, the decor, the cushions, the rugs. There are rugs, so many different rugs. You've got jute rugs, the sisal, the grass paper. In the wallpaper, you've got grass paper. So these are all natural materials that we have. And by bringing them in, we are incorporating that natural feel within the space. Of course, when saying with other accessories like artwork and decor, sorry about that, artwork and decor, also you can bring in elements where you are bringing the nature in. You can have the artwork which depicts the nature, or it is colorful, floral, leafy. There are artworks these days that do make with materials like tree barks, and you've got rattan. You've got so many options there that people create artwork. So that's another way to introduce natural material within the space. And water elements are, that's another. We do know psychologically water, they do say walking in the beach barefoot is very good for you, for your body, your mind. It's the same way. It's the sound of the water and the smell. So it's the sound. So we do get ready-made small water features that you have the tingling sound that can play in the background. They are very soothing. So you can introduce a feature like that. Maybe you can create like something in a hallway where you have a water feature and it's got that effect in it to add another. And then of course a great thing will be adding natural scents. So when very easy today, we hear all the time candles, diffusers, all these which are blend in natural oils. So you've got the actual, you don't have the nasties with it. So you have to make sure you don't have the nasties with it, but go in for the natural oils. So adding a natural scent again brings in the other element. So it's about your senses. Like we always say, when we are in a space, it's always about the senses, what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you can touch, and of course taste, but that we are not considering here. But the other aspects, you're actually catering to all your aspects. So if that is your interest, that is something that you are driven towards, or you really like it, pay attention to these little things. Just by adding small things or tweaking some elements, you can actually bring in quite a lot of difference in the mood and feel of your space. So I really hope you've enjoyed. I do have someone who's joined in. Thank you very much for joining in this morning. Hoping you have a lovely day. So let me know in your comments. I am planning to run some free webinars. So I would really like to know what kind of topics are you interested in, like whether it is kind of how-to topics that we always talk about, or do you have anything specific that you would like me to start talking. So I'm planning to run a series of webinars soon. So let me know your interest and I will start working on the topics accordingly. Have a lovely day and a great weekend ahead. Take care. Bye.